offseason, at least to a lot of people, it's been forever. What's your excitement level now that you're actually a week from a real game?
Very excited, man. This is what you've been looking forward to. Me personally, just excited. Ready to get out there. Just full of excitement. That's it.
Eddie, with Stafford, someone you've obviously played a lot, what are the things that you need to know when you're playing somebody like him?
For one, he can extend plays. He's a pro. He's been doing it for a while. True vet. He's a great quarterback. He likes things to be on time. So he'll look you off and know where he's going with the ball if you show him what coverage you're in. So you just got to really be on top of those keys to try to keep him on his toes. Disguise a little bit.
Is there a curiosity to see what he looks like with Sean McVay in that offense?
Oh yeah, most definitely. And that's one of the things. You really don't have no film on him. With a new team, you just go off of past games that we played against him and past film, but. We know they're going to come out and throw some things at us, and we just got to, do our keys in the back end.
You talked previously about Sean being able to play to players' strengths and put you guys in optimal positions. When did you know, I guess, after he took over as coordinator, that he understood the way to use you guys in the way that's best for you guys?
Honestly, Sean was my coach, so I kind of been knew it. Just like the stuff we'll go over in meetings, like when he just meet with the DBs and stuff, but. Just in camp, just the positions he's puts us in and the plays he's calling, moving guys around and the type of scheme, he drew up. I met with him, Thursday before we left, and just to, get the playbook breakdown of what we running, what's the game plan, and just to see what he's, his mind of what he's expecting and how he's drawing things up is pretty cool.
You feel like you got that?
Yeah.
What excites you about that without giving away too many specifics?
Just how how he's playing guys. Just letting guys get after it. I'm gonna just leave it like that.
Do you feel like because of your past relationship with Sean that you've had more of a say in what you're comfortable with when you're playing?
I won't say that. I just feel like he knows our strengths and weaknesses. So, and for him being, he was my DB coach. So, like me, Gip, Jalen, just him being used to us and comfortable with us of questions we come to ask him how we play this or why we can't play it like that, from him just being in our room and just, taking that and installing it to the defense and what we like to play. So I feel like just him knowing us as players and, what we like and what we're good at, and he just put us in those positions.
Do you feel like you personally have something to prove this year?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, without a doubt. Most definitely. I feel like that's his team.
What do you feel like you have to prove?
A lot, man. Just things I set, goals I set for myself. Just tackling better. Finishing better. Like I said, dudes they called 2 touchdowns back from me last year. So that's been in the back of my mind. That's fueled the flame. And just the type of team we have. We don't want this to go a waste. The type of group of guys we have in the locker room. So we got to go out there and take advantage. And it starts with every single player. By themselves. I got to work hard. I got to do my job to the best of my ability for the team to do theirs. And that's just the mindset. And just know the chip is on my shoulder, man.
Those two.
The chip is on my shoulder for sure.
We've talked a lot about turnovers the whole offseason, obviously. You were on a record pace here in terms of your first couple of years. I think you had 5 touchdowns, right, the first 2 years? Mm-hmm. 2 that were nullified by penalties. How frustrating was that for you? And what are you looking for to do, just from an individual perspective, in terms of getting your hands on the ball and intercepting passes?
That's the first question, man. It was tough. Like the guy asked me a couple weeks ago, man. That's tough. Like you said, them like record breaking, things. And one of the goals I set for myself is to break the, defensive touchdown record here at the Bears that Peanut Tillman has. And with them, I would have been closer, but not just to try to make it all about me. Just want to get the ball. I feel like our team fuels off that. And that affects games, man. If you score defensive touchdowns, that's helping the offense stay out the field, keep fresh legs, and you put points on the board. So that's just something I want to get back to, for myself, the personal goals I set for myself. And, that's what Sean is helping us with, getting the ball in the playmakers' hands and capitalizing off of them.
You got 3 total taken back, right?
Yeah, most in the NFL.
But who's counting, right?
Yeah. Touchdowns called back NFL. Look it up.
Team record, 9.
Yeah, would have been 9. Yeah, one of them was false start with jump outside of the max, so that don't count. But the other 2 would have tied it. 8.
You never mentioned Matt.
Oh yeah, he owed me. He came back and I got to pick off the same play the following week, like against Tampa the second year or something like that. Eddie Bo, that's what I give it back to you.
With regard to your motivation, your player, your position, there's sometimes a disparity where when you can't quantify a lot what you do, there's sometimes a disparity between how good of a year you might have had just because your production wasn't the same. Well, he had a bad year. Do you feel like you were just not having the right opportunities, or do you think you had a bad year and you need to respond to that last year?
I mean, I could say, me personally, I hold myself to a higher standard. Everyone here does the same, so I'm going to just go with the bad year. It was down. Even though they took away the touchdowns, I feel like, it was some things I could have did better and capitalized better than just sitting up here, just tripping over 2 touchdowns that's been called back. Like, I got to tackle better still. You still got to break on the ball, break up passes and stuff like that, and, you can cry and say you wasn't in the right positions, but as a player, it's still for you to go out there and make plays no matter what you call. Like Max said something that stuck with me a few weeks ago. He was like, hey, one thing about Eddie Bo, the great ones always find ways to make plays. And that just stuck with me then. It's just changed your whole focus because it's like, man, he right. You know what I mean? And he learned that from Charles Woodson. So that's just something that's just been sticking with me ever since. Like, if you're a great one, you're going to find a way to make a play.
So are you aware of safety rankings, and do they mean anything to you, or do you pay any attention to that, like
Not.
focus and things like that?
So I don't.
Further down than where you used to be?
Yeah, I don't pay attention to it, but my agent will send me stuff. He'll send me little hints and stuff. Just like he know what type of player I am, and I keep note of it. I take it very personal. But like I said, man, for myself, man, I got a lot on my shoulder. And everyone here holds me to a high standard, and I hold myself to a high standard. So I feel like I got to go out there and a lot to prove this year. Most definitely a lot to prove.
You mentioned the tackling a couple of times.
Yeah.
Why do you think that was off last?
Because just a point of attack. Just running through. Just stuff like that, running through, finishing on the tackle. Not thinking the next person go make the tackle, just always finishing and things like that. The type of player I am, that shouldn't have to be said. A coach, that's supposed to be an instinctive thing. So just trying to get back to it.
How do you
Want to get back to it.
How do you improve that without live tackling practice and stuff like that? How do you get better at those things?
So in practice, just heavy bag. We got the heavy bag. We call it Big Bertha. It's like a 300-some pound bag. Just standing there hitting it after practice. Wrap up drills, tackling drills. Coach DeShay do with us every day. We do tackling drills. Hitting the ground, see what that feels like. Breaking on angles when somebody get the ball. Just come in when you come in, low squat. Lead with your right foot or left foot. Same foot, same shoulder. Just them little tendencies. It helps you. It rolls over to the game.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.